And we are live. What is going on, LBHT crew, Ravens Nation? We needed that one. Okay, good job. Wasn't a perfect game. Definitely wasn't a perfect game. We caught a couple breaks, but look, that's football, right? You gotta capitalize on those things sometimes, and that's what the Ravens did. The defense played solid. I can't look. They had turnovers, and that's the main thing. Let me not be too critical. I'll say they played good. They played good. There was some concern there. We got bailed out a couple times, but when you force turnovers, that's the great equalizer. And they had three turnovers, in a turnover on downs. So, hey, I can't ask for more than that. Great job by the defense. You know, it's upgraded from solid to good to great, just like that. Great job. All right, that's what we preach. Turnovers, they got it. We got the win. Lamar Jackson looked good in his comeback, 4 touchdowns. All right, you could tell he was still kind of working his way back into it. You know.
But, yeah, no, Lamar played great. He was like 18 for 23 with 4 touchdowns, no turnovers. The
by his standards, I would say good. You can tell,
man. Like he had 5 incompletions with 4 touchdowns. Like by any standard, that's playing great.
I feel what you're saying. Like, yes, okay, again, maybe I'm being too critical. It looked like he was going at half speed a little bit. Like,
well, you know what I mean? He's probably not 100%.
No,
and you know, even if he is, he's probably not fully trusting, that the hamstring at the moment. But the fact is, again, he was dominant throwing the ball. The defense played very well. Derrick Henry played well. He went for about 120. It was an all around ass kicking, honestly. I mean, like the Dolphins, they're not a very good team. They shoot themselves in the foot constantly. They did that tonight. And like I said, they had a couple of bad breaks with the refs as well. And like they're not a team that can come back from that. This is a team that Baltimore should blow out, and they did.
Yep. And Mike McDaniel, who's usually mild manner on the sideline, he lost it. Lost it.
I would too.
Yeah. That one drive where it was 4th and 1, and they had some momentum there. I think they get that first down, honestly, if it weren't for that penalty. But they got the penalty, and they opted for a field goal, and they missed a field goal. That took the whole crowd out. That took the whole crowd.
I mean, they had the BS tripping call on Ollie Gordon that derailed him. And but then you also had a couple of guys just getting the ball stripped. You can't have that. So yeah, they're like Carolina, where they're not a good enough team to overcome self-inflicted wounds. Like you have to execute. You have to be clean. If you're Miami and you want to win, particularly if you want a chance to beat. I mean, I know they're 3-5, but particularly if you want a chance to beat a much better team than you in Baltimore.
Yeah, let's talk about that tripping call for a second. Yeah, it wasn't tripping. No. It wasn't tripping. That was a bad call, and that was unfortunate because that would have put them right there, within the 10, right? Like really close to the end zone with a chance to score. But that was still early in the game. It wasn't a blowout at that point. It's still a close game, and you had your chances to get back into it. You just didn't execute. So. That call right there didn't really amount to anything in the end. Like they didn't play well. Every chance they got to go and make something happen, they turned the ball over.
Well, like I said, they're the kind of team that lets those things snowball, right?
Yeah.
If you don't get that call and they score on that drive, it's probably a completely different game.
Could be.
But that happens, and then that kind of runs into another mistake, that runs into another bad call, that runs into another mistake, and all of a sudden you're not actually in the game anymore. and that they're the kind of team that can't overcome that stuff.
Right. They had to play mistake-free football, right?
Mm-hmm.
More disciplined football, and that's usually how it is with bad teams.
Yeah,
because they have a lot of talent.
yeah.
Devon
We always talk about every team in the league has talent. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
It's about how you go out and execute and how you perform on week, how consistent those guys are. Right, Tua is a talented guy.
Yeah.
He's an accurate passer. He may not have the strongest arm, but he's a good, solid quarterback. He's a talented quarterback. He's got 11 interceptions this year. He's not been consistent at all.
Compare that to Lamar's 1 interception.
14 touchdowns and 1 interception so far this year, which is why you have people like Filthy in the chat saying Lamar MVP.
Hey, right on time, Filthy, because I was about to ask that question.
Oh, I'm sorry. Philly. That's Philly.
Oh, Philly. Did you change it?
Or is that your cousin? It doesn't matter. But yeah.
Is he still in contention for MVP?
I mean, realistically, he's not going to win it, I don't think. But he showed you how valuable he is when he was out those 3 games, right? They went from the best offense in the league to the worst offense in the league because Lamar wasn't on the field. It doesn't really get more valuable than that. But the fact is he missed those 3 games. They're 3-5. Best case scenario, they finish probably with 11 wins, and you're not going to be in the discussion if Baker is 13-4 or 14-2 or something like that, or even, God forbid, if Josh Allen, they finish out strong and they win that division. I don't think that they will put Lamar in it unless he just keeps playing the way he's playing, because 14 touchdowns to 1 interception is
a crazy ratio. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like 10 games left. Mm-hmm. 10 games left. I'm not saying he's going to get 4 touchdowns a game, but he could average 3 touchdowns a game.
Yeah, he's just under that right now. He's played 5 games, and he's got 14 passing touchdowns to 1 interception.
So what if he gets near or even over 40 touchdowns and his interception ratio is pretty low, and they finish with 11 wins? Man, that's gonna be. I mean, that's tough to leave him out.
It's one of those situations at this point, I think, with Lamar, and this is gonna sound kind of crazy because there are so many great players in the league, but he is clearly the best player in the NFL. And so every single season, him playing like himself is going to make him look like the MVP. But it's also a reason why people won't vote for him for MVP. It's, the same thing with Shaq in the NBA. He was clearly the most dominant player in the NBA, right? He's one of the most dominant players in the history of basketball. And people they didn't want to vote for him for MVP.
Yeah, but the fuss that the media made about Josh Allen, how he was more valuable to his team, and that catapulted him to MVP. That's gonna be hard to pivot right from that to. We didn't need that.
It is never difficult for disingenuous people to pivot.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. That's true. What's up, Bazel? He says Lamar Jackson was awarded the Thursday Night Football belt.
Didn't know that was a thing.
Me neither.
But congrats to Lamar.
It's 12-5. Oh, I'm sorry. I said 11 wins. 12-5. That's right. 12-5. All right. 12-5.
Yeah.
Pay the Bill says, if the Ravens win out, how do you not give it to Lamar?
The same way you don't give it to him when he threw 40 touchdowns and 4 interceptions last year.
Yeah, one of the greatest seasons for a quarterback in NFL history. And they're like,
nah.
What's up, Garrison? Thanks for coming through, man. Appreciate you. Who else we got in here? 4-0 Easy. Salute to you. Says secondary was suspect in the first half. Yes, they were.
I mean, if we're being real, they were kind of suspect in the second half too.
They played better.
Yeah, but they're not a great secondary.
They're not. No, no, they're not.
It's just kind of what it is at this point.
Can it get better throughout the season? Yeah, because they're young. I think some of those guys can play better. Definitely Malachi can play better.
Shout out to Malachi for getting his first career interception.
Yep,
it's a big moment for the rookie.
Absolutely, yeah, very happy about that. Shout out to Mike Green getting that sack at the end of the half. All right.
Oh, did he? I didn't see him. He got another one.
Tua gave himself up, but
Oh,
Sack's a sack.
wait, you talking about when he scrambled and then he slid?
Yeah.
He was past the line. That wasn't a sack.
No. Right before the half. No, he was not past the line. He was scrambling around the
I
back.
think it was a different play.
Yeah, and people thought he was going to throw a Hail Mary. He's just like, no, I'll just take this.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah, that was smart. That was smart by Tua. Tua's still a heady player. Yeah.
He said, I already got 11. I already got 11 receptions. I know the math.
I got 11 interceptions and 9 concussions. Like, we getting down.
Yeah. KP, what's going on? Says Ravens definitely caught some breaks. They may not get away with this stuff against good teams, but good window. Good news is we're not playing any good teams for a few weeks.
That's the thing. Like, I got Chris just joking was just tweeting about that. Like, that, they are not going to be able to play at that against good teams and win that way, right? But like you said, good teams on the schedule till like week 16 or so. So
we have time to clean it up. We have time to clean it up, and they will. I believe they will. They'll clean it up enough. Some of those.
What's up, Jared?
What's up, Jared? Some of those things out there, it's just sloppy play, right? Mm-hmm. They tightened it up enough this game to get the win. Like I said, the thing with defense is if you're not going to be the most disciplined, if you're not going to make all the tackles, there has to be some sort of equalizer, and that's forcing turnovers, and that's exactly what they did.
Yeah. Game too easy with an excellent point here. Dan Orlovsky already using that more with less BS for Drake May. He don't want to give no credit to Jonathan Taylor. but that's true also, right? We didn't even mention Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor also has 14 touchdowns.
Yes.
From the running back position. He's having a phenomenal season. And is playing on the best team in the league right now. Pretty telling that not a lot of Daniel Jones talk for MVP. Even though Daniel has turned himself around, and credit to Daniel Jones.
What about comeback player of the year?
Well. Huh?
What about comeback player of the year?
That's locked up with Derrick Brown.
Yes,
it had better be locked up for Derrick Brown. But he plays a position that people don't really think about too much, and he plays for Carolina. He may not get it. He should get it.
Yeah. All right, we got 65 people in here, man. Go ahead, hit that like button if you're new in here. Hit that subscribe button. This has to be a fast stream, man. Like we can't we streamed yesterday for like 3 hours between the main show and the overtime show. My eyes are all red. All right, like I'm tired, but great win. Felipe wants to know: is EDC going to make a trade before the deadline?
I mean, listen, I know you don't like this, but I think that they have to call the Jets and get Quinnen Williams. They cannot, if they're serious about trying to win this year, right? If they're going to say to themselves, "Hey, we can make a run, we can win our next." However many they have left, 10 or whatever they have left. Well, I guess 9 at this point, right? Because they're 3-5. We can win our next 9 and get to the playoffs and go on a run. They have to be better up the middle. They have to be able to defend the run better. They have to be able to get to the quarterback better than they can. But that's a tougher one to solve. If Quinnen Williams is available, the Ravens should absolutely go after him. You have 8,000 draft picks. You're gonna miss on 7,998 of them. So send a couple to New York and get yourself an all-pro caliber player at a position of need.
I'm still gonna hold the line with get help at guard if you can. Mm-hmm. If you can. Because I mean that's the other thing too. Like they did not look good tonight. That O-line did not look good.
I didn't like that the very end of the game too, where they called it was like he faked the toss and they had 2 guys unblocked, and they were just like, "Hey, Lamar, dodge him."
But that 3rd and 1, and Derrick Henry can't get can't get the pick up the 1 yard because they're already hitting him in the backfield. I'm just sick of seeing that. We see that a lot in those situations. Even down at the goal line, like he trucked his way down there, and then when they get into a goal line package, they're getting pushed back. I'm just tired of seeing that. But if they do trade for Quentin Williams, that's not one of those moves where I'm gonna be breaking my TV over it. You know what I mean? Like, he's an excellent player. What's up, Hendo? No, sir.
Listen, log on. You want to talk that talk? Log on, Hendo.
Shout out to Road Pod and Ravens Talk with Yolanda. They were streaming live during the game. Make sure you subscribe to both channels. Okay, Killer, what's good? Just Hola Jose and mucho gusto, Brodny.
Nice to meet you, Cam, as always.
What do you give up for Quentin Williams?
I mean, outside of a first-round pick, it's whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it'll be a day 2 pick. The talk out there was that teams would be willing to give up a second-round pick for Quentin Williams. And Quentin Williams is a great interior lineman, and he's only 27 years old. If they ask for a second-round pick, you send them a second-round pick and don't even blink.
Yeah. We need to trade for Zeitler. Who's Zeitler play for right now? I don't know. Like, they shouldn't have let him go. They should have just re-signed him. He wasn't, he didn't cost that much. 72. Yeah, he was terrible. I mean, we told y'all about. Did we tell you guys about Voorhees?
It's so cool. I love it now that people are coming around and realizing that he is in fact worse than Faalele.
Didn't we tell y'all about Voorhees last year? Didn't we tell y'all, don't buy into this? Do not believe in this guy. There is no way. Last year, it is not possible for him to show you enough, because he didn't even do the whole training camp last year, right? Because he was still hurt.
No, yeah, he didn't participate.
So he didn't have a full training camp last year, and he was awarded the starting position. It's not possible for this man who was hurt in college. We drafted him hurt. There's no way for him to show you enough tape to say, yeah, we're comfortable with him being the starter, right? That was all projection. That was all this team just wanting to will it to happen. And then he gets hurt during the season and then doesn't win his starting job back, right? Yeah. He wasn't good enough to get back out there. And then this year, they're like, let's roll him out there again. No competition. We told you. No, man, he ain't it.
Hey, but guess what? Guess what I'm saying? You got another injured lineman coming to save the day in Emory Jones, right? Y'all keep believing that.
At least he played in college last year.
He played in the NFL.
No, he didn't play in the NFL. No. All we can do with that is hope. I mean, we still hope Voorhees and Faalele can play, but they're not playing well. Emory Jones is just giving us a different look. We don't know anything, if he's going to work out or not. But we got to stop doing this. We got to stop getting these guys that we think are steals, and we can stash them away, and hopefully we develop them and they'll turn out to be a lot better than what they're projected to be. Get guys that are projected to be really good. All right. Stop this nonsense. They're not good at it. Other teams can do it. We can't do it. Mm-hmm. Yes, Osmond says trade for Jackson Powers Johnson. I'd be cool with that if he's available. And hey, how about we do both? Because Jackson Powers Johnson ain't going for a second round pick.
No, he's not.
Right. So do both things. If you spend a second round pick on Quentin Williams, that's worth it. We don't need a second round pick, right? If we spend a 4th round pick on Jackson Powers Johnson and he works out, we don't need that pick.
Yeah, an idea. Do both of those things and send a first for Jalen Waddle. You know what I would love? I would love for EDC to go into the draft with no picks. How about that?
Me too.
How about he just brings in some people that he already knows can play football?
He may be one light after this NFL investigation.
Yeah.
Trade for anyone, Killer says. 72 got pancaked multiple times. He's bad. He's bad.
Okay? And again, man, I want to see the 30 for 30 about Ben Cleveland, because what did this dude do to never even get an opportunity when your starters are both that bad?
You know what me and B are going to do? We're going to screenshot all these comments about Faalele and Voorhees, because y'all really going in on Faalele. Y'all really going in on Faalele. We're gonna screenshot and video capture all these comments, because when it comes draft time and people are saying we gotta get this D tackle, we gotta get this edge, I'm just gonna play all the things that you were saying about our guard play and remind you that this team has done nothing to address it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so DJ Ant was good. Says Falele got to be Diddy because ain't no way. See, there you go. What did Tez Walker do to never get in the game? That's a good question.
Isn't he hurt? I thought he was still hurt.
Is Tez Walker injured? Can somebody let us know? That's a good
I know
question.
I know he was inactive. I thought he was still hurt, and that's why he wasn't. But maybe not. I don't know.
Because I thought, the way he played, when he scored those touchdowns, he came back. Yeah, he should be out there.
I don't know.
He showed that he's a legit deep threat. He's not injured. What? See,
Wow.
I don't get this coaching staff.
Well, because it's funny because I said when they picked him that it was a bad pick, right? Because he wasn't going to help them as a rookie, and they needed somebody who could come in and help immediately. Yeah, he didn't do anything as a rookie, right? And then this year he came out and he said, "You know what? I can do a little something." He threw me the ball 3 times. I'm gonna score 2 touchdowns, right? And then they said, "Yeah, but you didn't do anything last year, so have a seat."
All right.
And I honestly feel like it's that simple. That they just looked at it and they say, "Hey, you had your shot as a rookie. You didn't do anything, so I don't trust you. You're not going to play."
But he's doing something now.
Is he? He only has. I'm saying he has like 3 catches, right? So
for 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. But John Harbaugh gonna look at him and be like, "That ain't nothing."
It's not just that he had 2 touchdowns, right? Like the touchdowns that he got, he stretched the field, right? Mm-hmm. And he showed that, hey, he's not a decoy, and if you don't guard him, he will beat you. What's going on, Coach? Coach is at the game. He in his Discord, he took a picture with DDSQ. Mm-hmm. Salute to both of y'all, man. Hope y'all enjoyed the game. Have fun out there, getting and be safe getting back. But he showed that if you don't commit to him, he will beat you deep. That's a deep threat that we didn't have before. And then you just take him out the game.
Oh, don't start that, Philly. Something like he low-key the best receiver. Luke is pointing out the problem right here. There's 4 running backs, 3 tight ends, and a fullback active on this team. When you started playing Keaton Mitchell, as you rightfully should, that should have been the end of Rasheen Ali.
Yes. Yeah.
That's over with. Yeah. Pat Ricard, he's unfortunately necessary. But hey, you know what? Maybe after this coming Tuesday, if the rumors are true, you won't have 3 active tight ends anymore because the rumors are that they might be moving Mark Andrews.
Oh,
I don't think it's going to happen, but
I won't be mad at
you. Can hope.
What's up, Darren? Darren says, "Hey, extend or Harbaugh." Hashtag, am I right?
There you go. Good to see you, Darren.
Yeah, good to see you, man.
I still wouldn't be mad at Carolina trading for Mark Andrews, honestly. I know he's a shell of what he used to be, but he would instantly be the best tight end on the team. They could still run Notre Dame dude out there with him, and I think he would help stabilize the offense, help him be more consistent and all that. But I honestly don't think that they move him.
Yeah, we'll see. What was Derrick Henry's stat? Let's get some stats from this game.
Derrick had 119 yards, I believe. He had a catch as well.
It's always funny when I watch Derrick Henry play, right? Because they always start out stopping him. They commit to stopping him. They get hyped, and he started out like 8 carries for like 19 yards or something like that.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, man, he ain't doing nothing.
19 carries, 119 yards, and then he had the 1 catch for 2 yards.
Yeah. As the game goes on, especially in the second half, and they're getting tired, and he just getting going. They can't bring him down like they used to. Then he ripping off 30 yards, 40-yard runs.
Yeah.
What's up, Antonio? Yeah. He says, "What's up, guys? A win is a win. Absolutely. I hope we use these bad teams to tighten things up. Harbaugh still needs to go. Facts. Yeah. We're always going to be on that. But yes, we have a soft enough schedule to where we can win the games and work on the things that we need to work on. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, and then so for the wide receiver or for the receiving core, Zay had 5 catches on 5 targets, 64 yards, almost had a touchdown. Isaiah Likely had 3 catches for 60 yards. Charlie Kolar, 2 catches, 23 yards and a touchdown. Andrews, 2 catches, 22 yards and 2 touchdowns. Rashad Bateman, 4 targets, 2 catches, 13 yards and a touchdown. I don't see it with Bateman. I'm done. I'm sick of Bateman. Yeah, like I don't see it. He quit on another route tonight, and I'm just like, man,
is that his first touchdown of the year?
I don't think it's his first. I think it's his second.
Okay.
But like, I'm just looking at him like, get this dude off the field.
Yeah, he didn't. He's not working out. He's not working out. He's the odd man out. All right. I know he just got his deal. He can get traded. All right.
Yeah, no thanks. Yeah, he had a touchdown coming into tonight.
Not to you, but he can get traded.
Still looking to break that 200-yard milestone though. Or, maybe next week.
Rashad Bateman is the guy.
Yeah.
He got that deal. He's just like, all right, I'm good now. I did what I needed to do. Cap Quan says, I'm not falling for it. Need to see it against a good QB. Well, unfortunately, Quan, that's not going to happen for a while. All right, so enjoy the show.
It's going to be a minute, Cap. Look, and I understand that completely, but Tua is a solid QB. He's just coming off of a 4-touchdown, no interception game himself last week against the Falcons. I understand he's not great, but that's a talented offense. They got Jalen Waddle, they got HN, they got although Gordon left with an injury, but they have some guys out there, and Tua played all right. He didn't play great, he didn't play horrible. He played all right. And the defense, really shut them down. They said inside the 35-yard line 5 times. They scored 6 points.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Look, we'll take it. We'll take it. If the point of the whole point of your defense is to keep the other team from scoring, they kept them from scoring. All right. Did the other team help? Yeah. That happens, but we didn't help them out. All right. Better tackling overall. Obviously, the forced fumbles, the interception, those are all things that we needed, and they need to keep doing that. And I hope when they go back and look at the tape, they can look at the things that they need to clean up and where they got things right, and then build off of that. Every game, every win we should be building off of that. Okay, they beat the Bears last week. Lamar comes back this week, right? Now we play the Vikings next week. Just keep building. Just watch the tape, look, what you need to clean up, and just keep building off of that, build that momentum. And then maybe you could be a respectable defense when you play these good teams, right? So,
we'll
see.
Fingers crossed that y'all will be playing Max Brosmer again when you roll into Minnesota. Then you'll get your real test. Okay. Max Brosmer he's the rookie 3rd-string quarterback in Minnesota. But now that Carson Wentz is out for the season, they have a game coming up with J.J. McCarthy as a starting quarterback. We all know he ain't it. They're going to give him another phantom injury, and it's going to be Max time.
Okay. Right. I'll take it. What are your thoughts on Stark getting his first interception? Oh, okay. Malachi Starks. I still think EDC made a mistake drafting him in the first round. Yeah. No, he definitely made a mistake. They shouldn't have drafted him, but he's here. I hope he plays great. I'm happy for him. That's all I gotta say about that. I have nothing bad to say about him individually. I think he's going to be a good player. I want him to be an excellent player. Yes, it was a bad pick.
Yeah, but he's fine.
Yeah,
and it's great that he got that interception. That's it. I think that there is no such thing as garbage time, but people like to talk about garbage time stats and everything. It was a garbage time interception. If you buy into the garbage time thing, right? So it's for the team. It doesn't mean anything. For him, it's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a huge moment getting your first NFL turnover.
You got to build confidence.
Yeah,
because those positions, right? It's about trusting your instincts. You know, because it's just a split second. You know, I'm pretty sure if you look at the tape, there are times where we saw him drop an interception in the first game.
I mean, that one assaulted his chest though.
But it's just not second guessing yourself, and he needs to be able, even in garbage time, he needs to be able to trust what he sees out there and make a play on it.
Yeah.
So that's really good. I hope it happens again for him next week. And he gets more comfortable out there. So.
Not off Max Brosman, son.
Chaos thinks he's Matt Elam Jr. I don't think so.
He's already better than Matt Elam.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I mean, Matt Elam wasn't. I mean, I don't want to. No reason for Matt Elam to catch any strays tonight, but I think he's already better than Matt Elam, so we don't need to go down that road.
They say Roquan really lunged at the ball and still couldn't catch it. Yeah. Roquan, I think overall
the played pretty. Hater of all time, yo.
I know. Yeah, I think he played a pretty good game overall.
Yeah, man, ain't nothing wrong with Roquan tonight.
Yeah, he played a pretty good game.
Roquan alone.
All right, we have to.
Everybody want to pad them stats when they play in a team like Miami.
90 people in the chat. Go ahead, hit that like button. If you're new in here, hit that subscribe button. If you're just joining us and you happen to not see the score of the game, the Ravens beat the Dolphins 28-6, and those fans were not happy from the jump.
And why would they be? You know?
Yeah. I mean, they're booing from the first field goal they kicked. I'm like, damn.
They had people on ESPN apparently suggesting they take their starting quarterback in Tua, attach a second round pick to him, and trade him for a 7th just to get him off the team. So things aren't going well. You know, if those are the kind of suggestions that the pundits are making. You know,
now why is it gotta be that harsh? He's not the worst quarterback out there.
No, but because of his contract, right? He's playing poorly this season. He's got 11 interceptions. He just got a huge contract, and nobody's going to want to take it. So it's a Brock Osweiler situation. Like, hey, we know he sucks, but if you take a second round pick, you know, take him with you.
Yeah. But he's okay. He's playing bad right now, but he's shown you some good tape. He's had some years where he's played well. Right.
Yeah.
So it should be about, hey, how can we get him back to that?
You know? Yeah, everything. The situation in Miami, and I don't follow the Dolphins very closely, but it just seems all around it's just decayed. You know, like they were hot when Mike McDaniel got that job. They made the playoffs a couple times. Tua was in the MVP discussion. You know, Tyreek was going for 1,900 yards or close to it. They had Jalen Waddle out there. The offense was scary, and then as time went on, it's just like. Okay, I mean, Tyreek hasn't caught a pass for over 30 yards in a calendar year. Tua can't see defenders anymore. He's just throwing picks straight to him, like and they can't seem to consistently get anything going. And I don't know if that's just the coach. I don't know if it's talent, like roster rot or what. But it's just not been working out in Miami over the last couple of years.
It could be one of those things where, because how do you feel about Mike McDaniel? You think he's a good coach?
I think he's a great offensive coordinator. I'm not sure about a head coach. Like I'm not sure at this point.
I think it's one of those things where same thing that happened with the Rams. I think it could be both. It could be good for both parties, right? The Rams got rid of Jared Goff, and they needed to. He wasn't working out there. Jared Goff needed to change the scenery, and it's worked out great for him in Detroit, and also worked out for the Rams. They got Matt Stafford and they won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It could be that type of situation here where if they put Tua just needs to go to a different team, change the scenery might be good for him, and Mike McDaniel just needs to work with a different quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like Justin Herbert, like Brian Flores told him. Whatever though.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's neither here nor there.
Jay says, "Man, we paid $100 million so or to can catch interceptions one handed."
Wow.
You talking about you're talking about you talking about JC Horn?
JC.
JC Horn, yeah. Yeah,
But no,
JC
I mean, yeah. Look, you paying or them you paying Roquan $100 million was just a mistake. Can't really hold him to $100 million worth of production kind of standards. Like, he's not that guy.
Coach said the fans were outnumbered. I heard that on there too. Anytime the Ravens scored, I heard the Ravens. I heard the Ravens crowd. They were in there thick. They were in there thick. I know you had a fun time out there. I wish I could have went out there. KK says you're right. Players have been playing not to make mistakes. Yeah.
I don't know. Chaos is saying I didn't know all rookie pass rushers are struggling this year. I don't think they're all struggling. Got a couple in Carolina who are doing just fine. Yeah. You know, they may be struggling in Baltimore.
Yeah. I heard Abdul Carter isn't doing much right now.
It's going to be difficult to stand out on a line that has Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns, and then even Kayvon Thibodeau. Like, you know, it's going to be difficult to stand out there.
It is. Yeah, Abdul Carter, half a sack. Okay. There you go. Listen. It's tough, right? It's tough getting those guys that can be those difference makers. And not saying Abdul Carter can't be a difference maker, but like B said, like they are stacked over there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure if we look at their tape, there probably could have been some place where he could have gotten the sack. Right. I don't know. We'll see. I know over here, we got Mike Green. They traded away Owe. I don't think they should have traded away Owe, but
no,
Mike Green's gonna have to do. I don't want us investing any more into edge rusher. It has to be O-line at some point, man. At some point, you gotta get serious at it. We need 2 guards in a tackle.
Yep.
If we're being realistic, I don't think Ronnie Stanley is completely washed. I think his struggles come from him always playing hurt, but he's always hurt. I think he's still hurt, right? And eventually, if he doesn't get to heal his body completely, it's going to take a permanent toll. He will never get to the point where he could be a top tackle again.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to prepare for that.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, have somebody that can fill in so he can heal up.
Yeah. The 2 guard thing, that need is urgent. The tackle need is less so, but you know, still near the top of the list. They need help on the D line, obviously, and I mean that might be urgent as well, depending on what the prognosis is for Matabike moving forward. But yeah, the protecting Lamar Jackson has to take priority.
Yeah,
it absolutely has to.
Luke says that Stanley get hurt. I saw No Boom out there tonight. I mean, he was hurt coming into the game. He's not 100%. So it could be they say, okay, the game's in hand. Stanley come out. You know, let No Boom take over. Rosengarten is a left guard.
He appears to be a right tackle.
Yeah, he's a right tackle. Put Roger over there and play Emery at right tackle like he did in college. We don't know what Emery can do in the pros. All right. And put Roger over where? At left tackle? I hope you don't mean left tackle.
I think he's talking about left tackle.
No, thank you. No, thank you. He's not playing great at right tackle right now. All right. He will get obliterated at left tackle. Start No Boom over Vincent should be a crime. Or starting No Boom over Vincent should be a crime. You don't know what Vincent can do either.
Right.
Okay, look, listen. This is a terrible conversation. Here's what we need to do. We need to get some good players on the O line. None of these guys, none of what you guys are saying are good options. None of it. All right. We need to draft some good players. We need to trade for some good players. We need to sign some good players. We don't have good players here. All right. That's so true, Jose.
Like Ravens fans, when it comes to the O line, they be arguing for hopes and dreams.
Yeah, no,
Like,
Vincent. No. Like, no, we're not doing any projection over here. We want guys that we know can play. That's where we're at. All right. Do you know why Jonathan Taylor is running so well? Because he has a wall over there.
And you're saying to put Emery at right tackle, like Emery was just recently able to practice pass sets in the NFL. Like,
oh, great. He said Emery was a dog in college. I hear you. And I hope he's a dog for us.
Yeah,
I hope he is.
So were a lot of players, man.
So were a lot of players. We said where do players come from? Okay, where do bad players come from?
Right, yeah. All the players come from college, right? We're saying is get players who are already in the NFL and have shown that they can play at that level. Because all of the players in college can't play at the NFL level.
Right. Look, I hope you're right about Emory Jones. Don't get me wrong. I hope he can play. And I don't want him to play tackle. I want him to play guard. I want him to be great at guard because we can live with Rosengarten at right tackle and Stanley at left tackle. We can't live with these guards. But I hope I hope he can go out there and play. So don't mistake what I'm saying. But more so, I want us to get guys that are short things that we know can play already. Not guys that we hope can play, not guys that we project to be able to play. Guys that have proven can play. We've made this mistake too many times with this team on the offensive side and really defensive side as well. Getting guys that we just project to be good one day, right? Or all they need is a chance, and then they get the chance, and then we say, oh, they just need a little bit of time. Then they get a little time, and you say they need a little bit more time. Then they get a little more time, and then you say, all right, he sucks. Or they get a little bit more time, and they can play. Finally, they've developed, and then you say, yeah, he's good, but we don't want to pay him.
The Ben Powers.
Yeah, no more projects. That's right, Chaos. No more. I want him to play guard too, honestly. Yeah. I'll take him wherever, as long as he can play. But we need help at guard. And Jay just hating on Odafe. His name is Odafe Owe.
Yeah, man, you can't be doing that, Jay.
And he's got what, 2 sacks now? 3 sacks?
2 sacks with the Chargers. And that started as soon as he got there.
I think he gets another one this weekend.
Yeah. Seems like he's a much better player in LA.
Yeah, I felt like they should have kept him.
Yeah, they should have, but they felt otherwise. Needed that other safety.
OJ says Miami trash. Thank you for the contribution. Thank you. Appreciate that. They are down bad right now, OJ. They are not good. Alohi force strip was cool. Yeah,
Gilman's a good player, but
yes,
you traded, arguably your best pass rusher to get him. So,
and we drafted a safety that was supposed to do that.
And whatever. And you have one on IR who's coming back next season anyway. So,
yeah, Greg Owe was a project. We drafted him as a project, knowing that he was a project.
And Greg, you probably weren't here. We said that was a terrible pick. Because he was a project. We said, it was an awful pick to take this guy in the first round who's not going to be what you want him to be for several years. And then we said 3-4 years from now, we're going to say always fine, and you're all going to hate him because he's not a 15 sack a year guy.
That's exactly what we said. That's exactly what we said. We said we don't like those picks. The same thing with Patrick Queen. We said we don't like the Patrick Queen pick because you're not going to pay him when it comes time to pay him. When they drafted him, they knew he was a little raw, that he needed a little development. Okay, by the time he develops and gives and becomes the player that you want him to be, you're not going to want to pay him. Same thing with Owe. Right? And it could be the same thing with Malachi Starks if he doesn't step it up. It could be next year sometime before he really starts to turn it on. And then when he really turns it up and it comes time to extend him, you're not going to want to extend him.
Yeah.
Because he didn't do it from the jump. We can't keep doing business like this.
It's the EDC way, man.
But hey, listen, got the win tonight. I'm happy. It's one game at a time. Very satisfied with this win. Are there some things we got to work on? Yes, but it's easier to digest that when you only give up 6 points. Now, had they given up more points, had they given up some more touchdowns, if this game was a little bit closer, all right, I'll be a little bit more critical. But they kept them at bay. They did what they needed to do. And more importantly, the turnovers. I'm very happy with the timely turnovers, too. Yeah. That's the type of defense that they have to play. So, no, Tua isn't a great quarterback, but Jalen Waddle is a damn good receiver. Devon Achane is a damn good running back. Like, there's some talent on that team, right? So they still had to go out there and compete against those guys. So I'm happy to see that. And obviously Lamar just looks, even at half speed, he looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Right. He played damn near perfect, and it didn't look like he played his best. Like B said, 18 for 23, 204 yards, 4 touchdowns. He made it look like it was just a walk in the park. Right.
Yeah. OJ says, if Miami blew out the Falcons who beat the Bills, what does that really say about this league? It's funny because the NFL, I think it was the NFL, actually put out a graphic showing all 32 teams, and it was the scores for their games and how everybody beat each other. It says is that, one, there's no great team in the NFL, and they have finally, I guess we'll use the word achieved parity. I don't think that's something they should have been looking to achieve, but here we are. They got it. So you never know. Any given Sunday is more real now than ever, you could say. The Giants lost to the Saints one week and beat Philly another, So you never know. That's why Carolina's going to take down Green Bay this Sunday.
That's not what you picked.
That's not what I picked on Wednesday, but today's a different day, isn't it?
Okay. You changed your pick?
Well, you can't change the official picks, so.
Oh, okay.
But just know that in my heart, I picked Bryce. Oh, did you see the news?
No.
Apparently, now I want to make this clear to you, Jose, and I want to make this clear to everyone in the chat. Andy Dalton has not been benched. He is the backup quarterback. He did not lose that job, but he has a broken thumb on his throwing hand. Not sure when that happened.
Oh,
didn't see it happen in the game.
Wow.
I don't know if Dave called him into the office and had a couple of goons hold his hand down on the desk and went at it with a hammer or something. But I didn't see him get hurt in the game. But apparently he has a broken thumb, so we're not going to see Andy Dalton again for a while. I guess.
So who's the new backup?
I just Hendon Hooker is the guy they had on the roster. Mike White is still there, I believe, because they picked him up because he played for Buffalo. But it's just incredible, man. Like, I feel like Andy Dalton is the unluckiest guy in the world. Last year, when they were ready for Bryce to come back, he just happened to get into a car accident. This year, when they need Bryce to come back, he happens to break his thumb on his throwing hand. It's uncanny. And I'm not saying that anything untoward is happening. I'm not saying that it's anything other than bad injury luck, but damn, Andy, maybe get yourself out the league, bro. Just saying.
He should just retire.
He really should. I mean, we're making fun of him. He had a great career. He had a great career coming out of TCU. Second round pick. He went to the playoffs multiple times. At one point he was, arguably top 5, top 8 quarterback in the league. He had a great career, and he just doesn't have it anymore. No. I think he's a good teammate. He's probably doing a great job helping to mentor Bryce, but he can't play anymore. He just can't.
No. So we're gonna talk more about that on Sunday. Let's do a live stream after that game too. But look, good job, Ravens. 3-5 now. 2 more games away to be in the 500, and the next 2 games are the Vikings and the Browns.
I
Vikings and
believe.
Browns. That gets to 500, and then the week after that is the Jets. That get us above
Wow, really counting
above
them
500.
wins before they happen, huh? That's
Yeah, like I said,
crazy.
we're the fan. We're the fans. We can do that. They can't.
That's
They
crazy.
can't do that. They can't do that.
Crazy.
We can do that. All
Yeah, no,
right.
they should have the next 4, no question.
There you go.
Minnesota, Cleveland, Jets, and Cincinnati. They should have all of them. And honestly, they should have Pittsburgh and then Cincinnati again as well. The
I
next
agree.
game that's in doubt should be New England. And
Yes.
honestly, I don't think they should lose to New England either.
Me neither.
But then they got Green Bay, and that's a tough one.
Absolutely. Green Bay is a Super Bowl contender. So, yeah, but that would be the test. The Green Bay game, I think, will really be a test of are we still trying to compete for a Super Bowl or not?
Yeah. Well,
You know what I mean?
listen, the New England game is going to be a test as well. Drake May is playing very well.
Yeah.
Ramondre Stevenson, I think, will have fully ceded that job to the better running back, Travion Henderson, by that point. And we'll see if you can stop him on the ground. They don't really have any wide receivers to speak of, so not really concerned on that front. But, good quarterback play, and a good run game is still going to be a solid test for that defense.
Trap games with the hearts at the helm. Look, there's no more trap games for us. We can't overlook anybody. We have to win every single game. So every week, even the Vikings, we can say, hey, the Vikings look awful. We should run through them. They can't say that. They have to be locked in. And that's I guess that's the only bright spot of what's happened over these last few weeks with this team is that they are humble enough to where everybody has to be focused on the task at hand. There's no overlooking. There's no, we can walk in here and just roll over this team. They all have to be like, yo, we gotta.
I don't know why you even questioning that. Honestly, Lamar took the ping pong tables out.
That's right.
There ain't nothing else for him to do.
This
is like Chris Webber in Sacramento situation.
He said you got to focus on the playbook.
They got no choice but to lock in. What are they going to do if they can't play ping pong?
You got to focus on the playbook. That's that's what you got to do. He took out the arcade games and he put down tablets everywhere.
Yeah. And I hope he has them on kids mode, so they can't download Candy Crush or anything like that onto those iPads. Or I guess they use Surfaces in the NFL still maybe. But yeah. Once Lamar came home and said, hey, I told you to clean up your room. I told you to take the chicken out the freezer. I told you to wash the dishes. None of it's done. They got all their stuff took. And look at them now, giving up 6 points to a team that just scored 34 last week.
You pulled one of my moves. Like trash ain't taken out. Homework ain't done. Shut it off. A9 did a fantastic job auditioning for his new team. We'll see. Talking about Mark Andrews. We'll see. Trade deadline is next week.
Tuesday.
It's on Tuesday. All right. So we're gonna see some. We'll see some movement. Will the Ravens see the Ravens ain't going? They're not going to do anything. Let's just be real. The Ravens always tease that they're going to do something, and then they take pleasure in just watching everybody cry when they don't do anything. They love hyping it up like they're going to make a move and then end up not making a move.
You're gonna hear a rumor about them calling Carolina for Derek Brown, and they're going to end up with Bobby Brown. Or Jaden Crometti.
Right. Why did they trade Olway? People thought they traded Olway to create some space. Yeah, they traded Olway to create some space, but not to trade for anybody, just to create some space. They do this all the time. Okay, I said Vikings O-line got Carson Wentz injured.
Carson Wentz got Carson Wentz injured.
Yeah.
If we're being honest.
Yeah. But that's something to look at. They have extra time to analyze things because they play on a Thursday night.
I know he got cut, Jay. It's a joke, man. It's a joke.
But we have extra time to look at or EDC has extra time to look at who's available, make phone calls and whatnot, right? Because I mean, he could do that anyway. He's not the coach, but he should be working the phones. He should, if like B said, if somebody like Quentin Williams is available and they're asking for a second round pick, honestly, it shouldn't even take this long. I don't even know why people wait for the trade deadline for these things to happen.
Well, again, somebody was talking about a reporter. He's like, it's not like the NBA where teams put guys on the block and for weeks, and then they kind of get the deals done as the deadline comes. In the NFL, when you call around, they say no to everything until after Sunday's games, and then people get serious about trading.
Okay,
which is silly.
Yeah. So, yeah, Quentin Williams. Even though I'm saying we need O-line help, do both. If Jackson Powers Johnson is it Jackson Powers Johnson? He's got 3 last names.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Or one Hollywood name.
If Jackson Powers Johnson's available, he ain't going for a second round pick. So you use a second round pick to trade for Quentin Williams, a 4th or 5th, whatever they're asking for Jackson Powers Johnson. Then you get somebody to compete at guard, because I don't think he's playing well right now, but he's somebody with some talent. He will look a lot better, I think, than the guard player we have now. And it's a low pick, and these are picks that we can give up with confidence, because EDC ain't gonna do nothing with that pick anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So make multiple trades, improve this team. You improve on the offense, you improve on the defense. We need to make that move.
It's really crazy to me that they could potentially just solve one of the guard spots by just putting in Ben Cleveland, a guy who they drafted in the 3rd round, and they just will not even attempt to do it.
Yeah, they don't. They don't care at all.
Biggest mistake in all the free agency was Ben Cleveland agreeing to come back to Baltimore. Retire if you have to. They were never going to play you.
Or hit free agency, man. Like,
yeah, I see you. Go see what's out there. You take whatever you can get. You do not come back to Baltimore.
I don't know, but yeah, that O-line, they look awful. I thought Pat McQuarrie made them look better. They didn't look better tonight. But they did enough to win the game. So, all right. And listen. And Thursday nights in general, teams they don't play great. They don't play clean football on Thursdays. Thursday night on the road, I take that in consideration. We are on the road next week as well, I believe. We're going to Minnesota, but that's at a regular time, and it's in a dome. I expect much better play. So, all right, we streamed for about an hour. It is midnight, which means it is Halloween, which means it's my lady's birthday, ladies and gentlemen. Happy birthday to April. She's sleeping right now. Yes.
Oh my God.
What?
I just got the email from YouTube TV that they are no longer carrying Disney, ABC, and ESPN as of today.
Doesn't affect me.
Because they were not able to reach a deal.
Yeah. I don't have those problems over here.
All right. Yeah. Okay, thief.
You don't have those problems either. I gave you the power.
I don't have those problems because I have the Disney Plus bundle, but
thank you, Antonio. I'll pass along the birthday wishes to April tomorrow. So,
and tell your daughter, don't be logging into my Disney Plus account. I got that notification too.
Why is she logged into yours? We have Disney Plus.
I don't know. She texts me all the time asking for the password. She just logged in.
I told them to cancel all that stuff, but we had Disney Plus, and we had.
I'll tell you why you have it, because like I always tell you, convenience wins.
Not over what I have now.
You have Disney Plus still? Then I guess convenience won, didn't it?
I don't pay it. I have Netflix because it's rolled into my phone bill.
You know what? Screw you, Jay. How about that?
Wow.
People still use YouTube TV, man. Get out.
Runzel Holton, what's going on? Thanks for coming through. Says Gilman missed a few tackles today. Why did we trade away for him? Well, he also had a forced fumble.
Yeah, Gilman's a solid player.
Yeah. Yeah. No. He had a good game. He had a good game overall. They all missed tackles. They had to clean it up. And a lot of those missed tackles are. I noticed they're not in the right position to make the tackle.
And you traded Owe because they had no intention of re-signing him, so they wanted to try to shore up the secondary. It also gave them a chance to scapegoat Owe and get some pressure off of Harbaugh and Zach Orr for a week.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong, Runzel. I wouldn't have traded Owe.
No.
I would have kept him. I would have re-signed him. He's going into his prime, and I don't think he's a bad player. Not a great player, but not a bad player. And you need those players, man. You need those players that are just good, solid players. Don't get rid of them. You invested a first round pick in them. You invested time in them. And he's not going to break the bank when you re-sign him. Sign him.
Okay. We're about to get out of here, but I want to bring this up from DJ. He said, cancel Disney when the X-Men cartoon creator got fired. Most overrated show in the history of television. That X-Men 97. Trash.
It was not trash.
Overall, okay, listen, all right. Overall, not trash, but overall, very mediocre.
Very overrated. I will say that. And that's somebody that I watched. I'm like, yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Nostalgia took over for you guys. Okay?
I will give it one thing. The animation was exquisite. Okay, it looked amazing. The rest of it
didn't look. No, it did not look. No, it didn't look exquisite.
It looked really, really, really good. It looked outstanding.
It looked good. Outstanding? No.
Oh yeah.
Blue Eye Samurai looked outstanding.
That too. More than one shot. We can give love to
more than one shot. Are those two on the same?
But it's a completely different style of thing. X-Men had a very, very clean style to it, and I appreciated it. It looked great. Blue Eye Samurai looks amazing as well. Can't wait for season 2 of that. Not as wild as X-Men fans. Not as wild as X-Men fans. We've literally heard people say it's the greatest season of television ever created.
Yeah.
That is a literal quote that we got. So not nearly as wild as X-Men fans.
All right. Look. Argue with us on the Overtime Show. All right, we do the Overtime Show. Patreon.com/LBHTShow. We can argue there all you want. All right, we're getting out of here, man. It's 12:30. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. Smash that like button on your way out. If you're new in here, hit that subscribe button. Great win for the Panthers. Great win for the Ravens. Hopefully a great win for the Panthers. Hopefully a great win for the Panthers.
Will be.
We'll see. But one game at a time. Great performance by Lamar in his return game. Mm-hmm. I'm saying he's still in the MVP hunt.
Listen, God, 14 touchdowns to 1 interception. They go from the best offense in the league to the worst offense in the league when he's out. It's pretty clear that he's the most valuable player in the league. He's the best player in the league, but he's not going to win MVP, I don't think.
Yes, we're going to. Yeah, damn right, we're going to speak it into existence. I'm going to speak the Panthers win into existence. I'm going to speak Lamar Jackson's MVP into existence. It's all happening.
He should already have 3. So he should be going for number 4 right now, and he's not even 30.
I know.
And that should, I say that to really drive home the point about how terrible a job Eric DeCosta and John Harbaugh have done since Lamar Jackson's been in the league. That kind of talent not doesn't come around often. It never comes around. The kind of player you have with Lamar Jackson, and they cannot get it right.
But Steve Bisciotti is at fault here too, because the organizations, when they have a talent like that and they're serious about winning a Super Bowl, they don't toy around with the coaching. right? I mean, they don't toy around with letting a coach just not win. If you're not winning, doesn't matter how much I like you, you have to go. We need to bring somebody in that's going to win now. We can still be friends. We'll go golfing together. I might even bring you back down the road. But right now, I need somebody that's going to win the Super Bowl. All right. John Harbaugh too comfortable. Imagine if he was on another team. He would
I
already win.
imagine it all the time. Carolina with multiple rings, man.
Yeah. Well, it depends on the team. Not every team is serious about winning. Right.
Carolina with multiple rings. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. Let's see about Sunday. All I'm saying is Josh Allen looked deflated against the Panthers. He didn't need he didn't go full speed because.
But now we know that Andy Dalton was out there with a broken thumb. So
yeah. Oh, that's right. He played with a broken thumb. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It affected his vision. He was blinded by the pain. All right, we're getting out of here. Everybody, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We'll be back on Sunday to break down the Panthers' victory. We're speaking it into existence. Panthers' victory on Sunday. Josh says, just rewatch George Warhop's presser, how chipper he was because he could imply they didn't run the ball enough. That's that's a microcosm of it all. Okay. I want to hear from Warhop. I want to hear from him. He's doing a terrible job with the O-line. All right, terrible job. He's been coaching for a long time. They all need to be fired, man. I'm sick of seeing these guys. I don't want to hear anything from them. Only person I want to hear from is Todd Monken. All right, that's the only person, and not the presser. All right, B, are you ready?
I'm ready.
B is ready. We are out of here. We will see y'all on Sunday. Peace.